Another beginner in catfish farming shared his first experience from catfish sales with me. This was the message that was sent to me. I sold yesterday and the fish were big but didn't have much weight. It's my first time and the buyer said it was like 90% male and it usually don't have weight compared to females that has eggs. That's not true. She said I bought the wrong fingerlings. I ran at loss after 5 months of feeding. Few weighed 2 kg and above, why some were under 1 kg. I will try again. My thoughts on this. Thanks once again. When I receive messages like this, one thing about me is that I don't just reply immediately. I make sure I get more data, more information. So I asked him some few questions regarding his fish, and this was the question I asked: type of pond, pond sizes, and how many fish are in each pond at maturity. Species of fish. How many bags of feed did you use altogether for 5 months? How many times did you sort throughout the 5 months? I made sure the questions are too much because if I continue asking this question, it might be up to 20. So I just limited the question. So this was the response that was sent back to me. Type of pond, concrete pond. Pond size and many fish are in each pond at maturity. 6 feet by 6 feet pond. So he said he stocked 500 fishes in each pond, 3,000 total fishes. You can imagine. 6 feet by 6 feet pond. He stocked 500 fish at maturity. Let's go further. How many bags of feed did you use altogether for 5 months? He answered 51 bags. So you used 51 bags of feed to feed 3,000 catfish for 5 months and you're expecting profit. Okay. How many species of fish? He said, I don't know the species of fish, which is very disappointing. You can imagine. And how many times did you sort throughout your 5 months? He responded, I sorted, but not like always. Let me first of all debunk this one that the buyer said the fish were 90% of male and male don't have weight compared to female. That's even out of it. So now you can imagine, this is what we keep saying. This is what we keep saying. In a pond of 6 feet by 6 feet, you stocked 500 fish at maturity. How do you expect them to grow? One thing about fish is that one thing about your fish and pond is that once your pond has reached its carrying capacity, no matter the amount of feed you feed them, no matter how quality that feed is, they will stop growing. Once that pond have reached its carrying capacity, they will stop growing. That's one thing you people do not know, and I keep saying it. For that 6 feet by 6 feet pond, if I'm to stock in that pond, I won't put more than at worst 170 or 180 fish at maturity in that pond, 6 by 6. Then he stocked about 500 in 6 by 6, which is totally wrong. Totally wrong. Overstocking is one problem that affected this fish. Overstocking, you understand? Another issue again is the numbers of bags of feed that this farmer used, to feed 3,000 fish. 51 bags of feed for 3,000 fish. That's too small now. And you want to sell to make profit. That's too small. It will take you about 68 to 75 bags of feed now to feed 1,000 fish to table size. And you are there buying 51 bags of feed for 3,000 catfish. And I can categorically tell you that those fish that you said that attain 2 kg upward, those fish are cannibalized. They have eaten so many fish in your feed that you don't even know. They have eaten so many fish amongst your feed that you don't even know. Those fish that you said that they attain 2 kg, they've swallowed thousands of fish that you don't even know. So overstocking is one issue. Numbers of bags of feed you bought is another issue. We will keep trying our best by preaching the gospel of profitable catfish farming for many of you that feel like listening, you understand, and for many of you that feel like before, because you have money, you have what it takes to set up 10,000 capacity fish farm, and you believe acquiring knowledge is not needed. Maybe after experiencing things like this, you can come back and understand that before you invest money in any business, you need to know about that business first so you don't keep on losing money. Catfish farming is just like every other business. You also need knowledge to succeed in this business. And I've also advised him to add to more knowledge he has. He has limited knowledge about this business. So before trying another batch, I've advised him to go for proper knowledge acquisition before going for another batch again. Foreign feeds versus the Nigerian local feeds. Which one is better? Foreign feeds are usually produced under stricter quality control, you understand, which make them highly digestible for a catfish with lesser leftover feed and waste. But one thing about foreign feed is that it's very, very expensive to get. Foreign feeds are very, very expensive to get, and also they are not always everywhere. Unlike the Nigerian locally made feed, it is not everywhere that you can get the foreign feed. There are some parts of the country that are very, very difficult for you to buy the foreign feed. And also, it is not also profitable for small scale farmers. you know for small scale farmer, if you are using foreign feed to feed your fish all through, it can bite into your profit. If you are using foreign feed to feed your catfish all through as a small scale farmer, you will find it very difficult, to make any profit. So for the Nigerian locally made feeds, the Nigerian locally made feed helps small scale farmers stay within their budgets, and they can be found in most parts of the country. They are not always scarce like foreign feed. You would easily get the Nigerian locally made feed in most agri shops, you understand. But one thing about Nigerian locally made feed is that some vary in quality, which affects the growth of our catfish, you understand. And when feeding your fish with Nigerian locally made feed, some of these feed have lower digestibility, you understand. Fish may waste some feed when feeding them with it. Fish may waste some feed, which end up polluting your water, which also affect the FCR of your production. So when it comes to the most preferred one, it actually bounce back on your management as a farmer, you understand. A farmer can use the Nigerian locally made feed with proper stocking density, with proper feeding, with proper water management, and still outperform someone that uses the foreign feed poorly. So it depends on the farmer's management, depends solely on the management. So what works in one farm might not work in another farm. So factors like pond type, water quality, and feeding strategies all affect the results. So don't just copy, you understand. Don't just say because somebody is using foreign feed and is making profit, let me also go and use foreign feed. No, you can experiment. You can get 1,000 fish, divide them into two, feed some with foreign feed, feed some with Nigerian locally made feeds, and observe their results, observe their performance, observe your profit. Then you will know the one that best suits your farm. Smoked catfish is one of the fastest growing value added products in this catfish farming industry. But many new farmers always jump into this value chain because they think it's just about drying fish over the fire. But there's a lot more to it, and that this is where proper training makes all the difference. Without proper training like this, many beginners, struggles with issues like over drying or under drying the fish. They struggle with issues like poor taste and texture after drying. They also struggle with issues like their fish going bad, after packaging. Maybe after a week or 2 weeks, the fish will start going bad, you know, after this week. Also, they struggle with issues like marketing, being unable to sell their smoked catfish. So before you light your first fire in your oven, ensure you invest in knowledge first. It's not just about smoking fish, yeah. It's about building a sustainable and profitable business. On the 25th day of June 2025, we successfully delivered this 10 trays gas powered oven at a farm here in Lagos State, Nigeria. So the size of this oven is 2 feet by 4 feet with 4 feet in height. For many of us that have been asking for our location, we are located here in Lagos, and we can deliver to you anywhere you are. We can always construct this and deliver to you or send it over to you irrespective of your location. And in case you prefer the smaller ones that comes in 5 trays, we can always construct that as well. So if you're thinking of adding value to your fish, this is what you need to get on your farm to start smoking your catfish and other livestock on your farm. When you get your oven from us, we don't just sell oven to you. We ensure we conduct a training for you or your staff on how you can properly smoke your catfish and sell out to make more money on your farm. So that'll be that for today. In case you're interested, once again, you can always send us a DM or give us a direct call.
If I'm to start catfish farming all over again, I won't go for this 4 feet height tarpaulin pond. I would rather stick with the 3 feet height tarpaulin pond because it is always easier to manage. You can easily monitor your fish, remove the ones that are dead, and easily wash your pond when needed if you are using the 3 feet height tarpaulin pond. Number two, feeding is always effective when you are using the 3 feet height tarpaulin pond. You understand? You can easily detect when your fish are eating well without having to strain or stress your body. You understand? Number three, harvesting is less stressful for the 3 feet height tarpaulin pond. Dragging and scooping become very easier if you are using the 3 feet height tarpaulin pond. Number four, which is the last one, water changes is very easy as well. When using the 3 feet height tarpaulin pond, draining and refilling of your pond doesn't take much time at all. Sometimes even on my farm, I've injured myself countless times trying to enter inside this pond, when my workers are not around. So if I'm to start catfish farming all over again, or if I'm to add to the numbers of ponds I have here on my farm, I would rather stick with the 3 feet height tarpaulin pond.
Join us as we successfully install this 15 feet by 10 feet with 3 feet in height mobile tarpaulin catfish pond. So watch how a simple space can be transformed into a fully functional catfish farm in just few hours. So if you are thinking of starting a catfish farm but don't have a permanent land or want something flexible, a mobile tarpaulin catfish pond is always your best bet. Tarpaulin ponds are easy to install. They can be relocated, and the tarpaulin ponds are made with strong tarpaulin materials supported by strong galvanized iron. So in case you are interested in a tarpaulin pond, you can always send us a DM. We have different sizes and capacity available.
This is 15 feet by 10 feet with 3 feet height. So for good stability for this pond, we installed 14 stands for this pond. So we are done with the installation. Now we can fix the inlet for the inflow of water and the outlet for the outflow of water. So in case you are interested in a mobile tarpaulin pond, you can always send us a DM or give us a call. We can always travel and help you in installation. This pond is located here in Command, Lagos State, Nigeria. So the main reason why we are doing this is to get a very good level before we install this pond. After we are done getting a very good level, then we can install the pond to have this balance in a very good stability. You understand? That is the main reason why we are doing this, just for the stability of the pond. So before installing your tarpaulin pond, you should always ensure you have a very good level surface, a very level ground, so that when you install your pond, it would stand very firm, so that it can, withstand any pressure that comes from your heavy water. Thank you.
One of our quality smoking ovens is on its way to Warri in Delta State, to support another smart entrepreneur in the catfish farming business. Our ovens are built for fast and even smoking, clean finish, low maintenance, and long-term use. So whether you're in Warri, Lagos, Benin, Kwara, Ibadan, anywhere in Nigeria, you can always receive your oven when you place your order. So we have this in 5 trays and we also have it in 10 trays, gas or charcoal powered. So in case you're interested, you can send us a DM or give us a direct call. Thank you.
Sholex, if I stock 1,000 fish, how much profit should I be expecting? I do receive this question a lot. This is the first advice I will give you. Make sure you have the required knowledge first before looking at the profit side. If your mining practices are very much okay, expect at least 50% profit, all things being equal. If you change your water regularly, you give them quality feed, you monitor their growth, you do all things right, expect at least 50% profit margin. You can do more than that. It's possible. You can do more than that. Thank you.
On the 15th day of July 2025, we delivered another oven to a smart catfish farmer at Aja here in Lagos State. This farmer is ready to take our smoked catfish business to the next level. So if you are still using local drum method to smoke your fish and other livestock, it is time for an upgrade. Let your packaging match the quality of your product. See, small catfish business is a serious business, and with the right tools, you will get more profit, cleaner processing, and better results. So, in case you are interested in our ovens, we have it in 5 trays. We also have it in 10 trays, gas powered or charcoal powered. So, don't wait, just send us a message or give us a direct call. Let's get you equipped with the right oven. At Chulex Farms, we believe that the foundation of every successful catfish farming journey, begins with healthy, active, and well-graded juvenile catfish. That is why we go extra mile, to ensure that every of our catfish delivery meets the highest standards of quality and care. So today we successfully deliver another set of juveniles catfish to one of our satisfied customer here in Aboru, here in Lagos State, Nigeria. Our juveniles are carefully sorted and graded for uniform size. So we understand how frustrating poor quality catfish can be. So make sure you never have to go through that. You understand? So when you buy your juvenile catfish from us, you are not just buying fish, oh, you are investing in peace of mind and profitable results. So in case you are interested, you can always send us a DM or give us a direct call. We are readily available to do business with you. That will be that for today. Remember to share this video